everyone, and welcome to day 3 of my 12 Days of Christmas series. Today I'm going to be baking, so it's a Baking for Beginners video today. And if you're new to my channel and have not seen my Baking for Beginners series, I will try to link my playlist both up above in the cards and below in the description for you so you can check out all my other Baking for Beginners videos. And today I'm going to be making somewhat of a holiday themed recipe, but it could be made any time of year, but I think it would be really good around this time of year to take to holiday parties or just enjoy yourself. So this recipe is from delish.com, and I will put the recipe link below for you. So today I'm going to be making the ultimate brownie for mint and chocolate lovers. So basically, mint brownies. So first I'm going to get into everything that you will need for this recipe, and then I will take you through step by step as far as what you need to do. So the things you're going to need are first a box of brownie mix, just whatever your favorite type of brownie mix is. 28 Andes candies. They said to also have some extra for the garnish, so I just picked up 2 boxes. Butter, powdered sugar, mint extract. Now I already had peppermint extract but did not have mint extract, and since they are 2 different things, I felt it important to get mint extract for this recipe. Milk, green food coloring, and mini chocolate chips. You are also going to need vegetable oil and 2 eggs for the brownie mixture. I almost forgot to mention, you're also going to need an 8x8 baking pan. This recipe did call for it to be lined with parchment paper, but unfortunately I didn't notice that detail and don't have any parchment paper on hand, which I thought I did. So I'm just going to have to do it without the parchment paper and hope that it doesn't stick to the pan too bad. But you're also going to need a hand mixer is what it calls for, but I don't have a hand mixer, so I'm just going to use my KitchenAid mixer. And I'm guessing a bowl to mix the brownies as well. So the first step is to preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. The next step would be to line your pan with parchment paper, but I'm just going to grease mine. It does say to grease the parchment paper, but I can't do that, so I'm just going to grease my pan very well. Just trying to spread it around a bit because this is the baking pan, and for some reason it just kind of goes in globs, so I'm just trying to get that spread all around the pan a bit. Next it says to prepare the brownie batter according to the box instructions. So the first step is going to be to just pour our brownie batter into the bowl. Then we add 3 tablespoons of water, half a cup of vegetable oil, and 2 eggs. Now, it's time to stir. Once that's all stirred together, the next step is to pour it into the pan. So next it says to top the brownie batter with an even layer of the Andes candies. I think the most daunting part so far is going to be unwrapping all of these. Now that we've got those on there, it says to cook the brownies for 45 minutes. So I'm going to pop those in, then we'll get into how to make the frosting. The next step is to measure out half a cup of butter softened. I think the easiest thing will be to get the rest of the ingredients all measured and ready to go, and then start the mixing process. So now we need to measure out 3 cups of powdered sugar. We're also going to need half a teaspoon of mint extract, a 1/4 cup of milk, and then we'll just add a few drops of the green food coloring. So those are the measurements for all the things coming up. The first step is to beat the butter until it's light and fluffy. Okay, so the butter seems to be light and fluffy, so now I'm going to continue adding the other ingredients. We are going to need half a cup of the mini chocolate chips, and it says once the icing is smooth, to fold those into the icing. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for now to keep it cool, and then we have to wait for our brownies to completely cool before putting this on, so I'll be back in a bit. I've waited a couple of hours for the brownies to cool, and they're as cool as I'm going to be able to get them now, so I'm going to spread on the icing. Seems as though since I chilled the icing, not spreading very well, so maybe I'll see if it can heat up a little bit, but I didn't want to leave it out for all that time. So a tip for you if you make this, wait to make the icing until it's time to use it. So it might not be spreading on as smooth as it may have, but it'll do the trick. Now that the icing is all spread on, we want to put the rest of our Andes candies on top. It says to put them chopped, but I'm just going to break them by hand because I think that will be a little bit easier than chopping them. So that will be the last step. I forgot to mention before we put all of the candies on, it did say to cut it into squares. So I'm going to chop it up first, then continue adding the candies. Just to let you know, 2 boxes of the Andes candies is definitely sufficient. I could have put more in the actual brownie mix. I think it's just preference how much you want to sprinkle on top. I only put a little bit, but again, preference. Now I'm going to give it a taste to see how it turned out. They turned out really well. I thought it was going to be too overpowering of mint, but it's actually just the right amount in my opinion. And I wasn't too sure about this recipe when I first picked it out, as I'm often not since I am still a beginner. But it was quite easy, especially where it said to use boxed brownie mix, and I think it's a delicious dessert that was easy to make and one that I would recommend to you, and one that I myself would make again. So let me know what recipes you'd like to see me make in the future, if there's a particular type of food that you'd like me to bake, or if you would like to see me try something new other than baking, more like cooking or things like that. Just let me know. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and stay tuned for my other 12 Days of Christmas videos. I hope that you are enjoying them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.